value of attending and sponsoring Healthcare Week is to give us an opportunity to meet the design community in Australia that are involved with developing new hospitals, as well as to be able to share some ideas that we're seeing with hospital leaders and people in the design community that are building hospitals in Europe, United States, Middle East, and emerging countries in Asia, ideas that could be applied here that could make a difference and help us build better hospitals.
The highlight of attending the conference has been to do a sort of spot check of your own thinking and the practices that you're fully familiar with from your own organisation against what's happening in other sectors and other parts of the country. I think that's extremely valuable.
Well, having been to many of these conferences, we're all talking new ways to manage things, learning new knowledge, but I think probably the most powerful part of the morning's forum was it was very open and people weren't telling us what to do, they were all seeking the same answers. And so this collaboration, that's one of the best ways I thought to open a meeting.
For me as a clinician, coming to a design conference like this inspires me and gives me ideas about what else is happening, and that helps keep me tuned to help keep responding and developing our needs proactively instead of just reactively.
The presentations, actually, the topics are quite forward-thinking and they generate a lot of good discussion, and it's good to see that the healthcare industry is evolving and there's people that want to make change for the better, and not just from a construction point of view with Polyflor being involved, but more so just from the patient's well-being. The discussion really is about the patient's well-being and how that affects every different touch point in the process of building, maintaining and retrofitting healthcare facilities.
We find it very useful for our team members to attend these sorts of conferences. We get to see how other architects have responded to their briefs and their facilities. We hear about other innovative practices, and we get to share some of the passion and the enjoyment and the insights and innovation that we have in our own projects.
Oh, I think with conferences there's always two aspects to it. One's the quality of the presentations, and we've been privileged, I think, today to see a whole range of very good presentations where people have spent quite a time and effort on conveying the message they want about some very exciting health projects that are occurring around the country. And the second aspect, of course, is the networking and meeting colleagues and peers and finding out from them how their projects are going and what they need to do. So it's been a very useful exercise, I think, over the past 2 days to get all those involved. It's one way of sharing that information from the various states and government authorities around Australia that are undertaking major hospital projects.
As a contractor, I get very narrow-minded and focused on the project at hand, to be able to come along and see what the industry has to offer as far as the projects that they're undertaking, as far as the different developments that are taking place behind the scenes, different inputs from whether it be the user groups, whether it be the consultants, the facilities, or the project services and the government officials themselves. So it's a very broad aspect of the industry and how it's progressing.
Other than the networking, because it's always nice to speak to like-minded people in like situations, it's wonderful for people to come here and actually learn from other people's projects, both mistakes as well as their crowning glories. And I think that's probably the best thing we can do. If we don't continue to be dynamic with our processes and take on board these changes, we'll just be stagnant. So it's great to continue moving forward.